He doesn't pole dance. He doesn't know what you're talking about, especially with girls like tra. At this time, all he knows is boom 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 boom. The time is 7 o'clock. Hey, Ofani.
You remember all that?
How can I?
But how old were you then?
I was old enough to bring the remote to my dad to increase the volume. When it's time for news, everything else shuts down in that house.
Absolutely.
It's 7 o'clock. He's watching his favorite man. Yeah. Now, this is a thing. Until I entered the space, I thought you guys were, excuse my language, but robots, because you hardly smile. You're allowed to show emotions when the story is sad, but it's strict to the script. No room for shout-outs. No room for in chang, quine chang, hello, hi. No, you're like that. Even when those little flaws, we as those viewers, what is it? You're calling for a story that maybe the insight is not ready. But even the way you're able to, so calm, it's technology. It will be fixed. Yeah, back to the script with your cloth on your shoulder. Nii Odartey Lamptey, the legend, the voice.
Present, bro.
Hey, Nii Odartey Lamptey.
Thank you. Thank you.
This interview has taken us what? How many years? At least 2 years and the grace of God to get you here
you
on
have
3
to add the grace of God.
Please,
That's
crucial.
very essential.
Very crucial. Because this is your first radio interview ever.
That's right. You're right.
What?
Who told you? How did you know?
And this man of few words, well, I know we all know. I mean, especially, well, maybe the Gen Zs, you guys, you're excused for your age sake. Because the man's career is as old as you are.
Of course.
For nearly 3 decades.
Yes, it is.
With the nation's finest, foremost.
Yes.
Allah, let me hype you. My boss will understand.
Do him now.
Well, pleasure having you, sir.
I feel good here, actually.
That's
I really
right.
feel good.
Yeah, I'm excited that you at least agreed to join us today on our show. Well, the channel, the current head of news for Ghana Broadcasting Corporation is the man we have right in front of us, Nii Odartey Lamptey. Now, for a lot of us who grew up in Ghanaian homes, we remember this face, this voice, especially from, at some point, News in Brief, then the major news belts. And you did that for how many years?
You mean the news itself?
Yes,
or
please, the news itself.
Well,
until you went off for management position.
Okay, so news, business news, and other programs, that's about 10 years.
What?
Put together. That's breakfast show.
That's right.
All those
That's right.
Put together.
How did the journey begin for you? And forgive me if I'm coming to you straightforward, but we really want to. There's a lot we want to know from you that we don't even have on the internet.
Do I have a lot to say?
I think so. I think your story is one that will inspire a lot of us, especially this generation of fast food. We want the fast track way of life. But you've been very consistent, been with the same employer.
Yes. Ups and downs.
Yes.
I'm even married to somebody. I mean, for better, for worse.
Use you. Charlie, the story is one that should inspire. So let's Ghana Airways.
Exactly, straight away. Ghana Airways. Nigeria Airways to us around.
The man won't travel. Quick. Flight attendants.
And then a friend of mine, one day says he was going to GBC. I'd not been there before then. Okay. I'd just been seeing the newscasters on TV.
Okay.
Like
everyone else.
Exactly. The Barbara Gazes and people. Then she was wasn't Gazy, Barbara Sam and the rest. So we went to the where they call the open air theater.
Okay.
It's an open place where before you go to the studio for your drama and everything, you go for rehearsals, the very last fine rehearsals. So I accompanied my friend there. With Fida Pragu, thanks very much. You've been a good friend.
That's right.
Wherever you are awake.
Wow.
Yeah, so I accompanied him there, and then strangely enough, I think as fate will have it, one cast did not show up.
Okay.
And so the director says, who is the gentleman? Part of us, then we know is a friend. So,
he just accompanied me.
Exactly. So can he read the script and represent whoever wants, so they can still go ahead with the rehearsals? So I read the script, and my first 2 lines, the man said, "Hey, you have a good voice. We need male presenters and newscasters. Would you consider?"
Just like that.
Exactly. I mean, but you mentioned the grace of God. Just mention it. So I was like, where from this one?
This is not aeroplane.
Yes.
It's not what I trained for.
No, at all. I mean, honestly. So I said, okay, let me give it a try. So he asked me to come 2 days after. I think it was a Tuesday. I went back on a Thursday.
That's right.
He asked me to see another lady, one Clara Hushi. We used to Auntie Clara.
That's right.
She said, she calls me, Nii, I got me. So I went to see her. Said, okay, gentlemen, we heard a few things about you. I want to try you. Would you mind? So I don't mind. Then I got a few encouragements from Wickford and Co. I tried to take it.
Yeah, go for it.
Then, wow. For all the money used in that course for airline and everything, so well, let me just go. And so I was asked to bring my documents, everything, my certificates, everything. Then those times, when you're taking on, there's a status called guest artist.
Okay.
Meanwhile, you will not be doing anything that got to do with the arts. Okay. That level is a form of probation, I should say.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
For how long?
It took us, I don't want to talk about that one. Let me leave it.
It goes beyond the 3 months we all know now.
Oh, really? It does.
Oh, wow.
It does. So myself...
Probation.
Exactly. Myself, Elan Kra, and Akujeka Kwe, Giovani Lamptey.
Oh, wow.
A couple of them.
Oh, geez.
Yes. So, those guys, around the same time.
It's like 95, 96, no?
Yeah. Wow. You're right. The George Amas and Naila Defios and, so... myself, Gabi, Aku, El, Ankra, we were asked to go through some auditioning, the usual thing.
Yeah.
They said, okay. After that, we went to the GBC training school. You might have a good voice, but then your voice has to be fine-tuned, refined for radio or television.
Okay.
So we're taken through the GBC training school then for a couple of months.
We have a lot of the former students here as well.
Fantastic.
Yeah. They stand out. There's something about them.
You see.
Yeah, this one, they have the apostolic touch. They've been baptized into the media space proper.
You don't change. From that side to here, you say.
I tell you. You can tell that this one, they have been refined. Charlie, they don't take it. If it's either you do it well or you are off.
Exactly.
Yeah, they have no time for emotions.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah. So the training school, Miss Roberta Gardner and one other gentleman, they took us through a couple of things. And then they said, okay, you're going to start with News in Brief. So the 4 names I mentioned, right. News in Brief. You come and do News in Brief. It's about I think it's about
3 minutes,
5:55 to 6 to about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Behind the scenes. Even that was very serious.
Wow.
Trust me, because it's like the trainers are standing by. That alone will give you shivers. Exactly.
Yes, your nerves and all.
Trust me, but you need to go through. This is what you bargain for.
Then the whole country is watching.
Oh, yes.
Then we didn't have a lot of options.
Oh, exactly.
So the whole country is watching.
So if you buy big time.
Live.
Yes, exactly.
This is it.
Yes.
We know you.
Everybody
Nii Odartey Tete.
Bro, so we started News in Brief. Then after some time, we were asked to do the evening's announcements, also behind the scenes.
Okay.
So that's a long time we're doing all these things.
Wow.
They're trying to make sure that your voice is really okay.
You
exactly.
We want to hear you.
That's it. You might have a pleasant look, photogenic everything, but if you don't have that voice to match it, to go with it, bro, you're out. You're out.
It was quite strict.
It was. It was British. It was BBC standard actually. So all those trainers had undergone training at BBC. So there was no leeway. I mean, no.
It's not like you are somebody's favorite. So go and make up.
Don't try it. Don't try.
And you've been there. The transition has been very smooth. And in your case, it's not like there is no shortcuts. You have to go through the whole, from stage to stage. And you did this for 28, 29 years?
Yes, Giovani. It was exciting because I went through several stages of growth. Television and growth. So at one point in time, I was the head of business news. At the same time, presenting the business news.
Wow.
And so I come in the morning, I do the breakfast show. Then I go to a newsroom.
Wow.
Go sit through as a business news desk editor. You know, finish. Then in the evening, you do the business news stuff. Then around 9:30, I go do business advocate, a collaboration between GJA and the Booster Fund.
Okay.
Then I did that for a couple of years. And then a time came when it became like 4 in the day, from the breakfast show to the desk, business desk. You do the business news in the evening.
Just like a full day.
Exactly, full day. And then you do the business advocate. Then on another day, I do advocate. And then what I created a program, the Ghana and Beyond.
Okay.
That was my creation.
Okay.
And
wow.
It ran very well. Golden Tulip was on board as a sponsor. Nalem Clothing, Aloes Cosmetics, you know. So that went on for about 2 years also.
Wow. You're a man of like on the job.
Exactly.
Like more like learning on the job and all that. You grew with the platform too.
That's right.
Wow.
Then I created also what we call the business business advocate.
Okay.
No, corporate eye. Then Kwekutimi
what was it about?
It got to do with top business stories and the runners of the industry. You know, and so venture capital, GIPC, and it's also paid for program actually, but we drew the numbers then.
That's right.
So I remember one time, Kwekutimi called and said, "Senior Charlie, I've been looking for this guy. I don't get them. How do you get them?" I said, "Come, I can teach you." It was interesting.
Nice.
And so TV3 and GBC. I think we have a lot of things.
A lot of things.
Exactly.
In fact, we cross carpets every time.
You know.
Some of them can even jump wall and take ID card. They're allowed to.
They will be short.
Even when you are trolling us on social media, people I see these neighbors.
You see
these neighbors?
You see?
We share a wall.
Yeah. Just a wall between us, you know.
GTV and TV3 there. Free TT.
You see?
That's right. It's beautiful to see. And you see, the reason why we want to bring some of you to tell your stories also is that a lot of us have a lot to learn. We still have a long way to go.
That's right.
Yes, it's a fact that a lot has advanced. I mean, the world has moved on. A lot has changed. But there are certain core things, especially about our line of work, that should never be played with.
You're right.
Of course, quality. The fact that people expect you to represent something.
Absolutely.
We all can be going the same way. Some will feel like, I mean, what is good is good. Some things they never go change about this job.
That's it.
Yeah. And the way you're able to stay unbiased in the way you operate, especially because you're a human being, you have your favorites.
That's right. I really do.
Yeah, but when you vote, but when people are doing the job, the way you don't even give us even a hint that you belong to party or party. Is it part of the makeup? Is it part of how you're trained to just do your job?
Yes, I before I even attempt to respond, I remember a couple of years ago, Samuel Ajema called me, says,
formerly of Metro.
Exactly. He says, "Bro, I want to have an interview with you. How you been able to carry yourself without a problem?" And you, just as you asked, I said, I don't like that public, publicity. I said, "No, Charlie, I will do it." I never did it to date. But Giovanni has been able to pull me here. I mean, that's a serious one. You know,
because when I said you were coming, I was like, until you come, I will not share artwork.
Really?
Because
like, seriously?
Maybe you go brown me.
The pressure I want to brown you. The pressure will give me.
Massive said, Giovanni, wait. I will give this man pressure.
The pressure, it please you.
I like it.
You know.
And it's good. We need to hear from you.
Yeah.
And also because I know along the line, you lost a lot of your friends to the corporate world.
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
yes,
I'm sure even for you as an individual, you had a lot of people calling on you with clearly bigger paychecks,
yes, sure,
and better conditions of service and all that. Why say no to all that?
I first of all looked at security. Will I be secured there? We are in a system where everything has been politicized. If you for some organization that called, approached me, I looked at the timing, and if the time you were approached and the time you responded and agreed was under a particular regime of government, that's where they place you.
Yeah.
So when power changes hands, you're going to run into problems.
True.
So I looked at all these things. I thought, let me stay for some time. Then also, for the sake of where we work, where you work now, I believe you also get a lot of contracts. I mean, media work here and there. You know, so I mean, why do I rush go elsewhere when I'm not sure about the security there?
True, job security,
job security,
and how people interpret
all these things, you know, and then I try and weigh in my social capital. How is it going to be affected, and how, and that kind of thing. And so that kept me.
That's right.
And then my wife would tell me, Charlie, hold on, you relax. Have you prayed about it? Yeah. So no, pray about it again. That kind of, you know.
Our women are like that, naturally made
to
ask all the questions you want to
exactly.
ignore.
Then I had to put the brakes now.
Then yes.
Okay. Now, coming to the question you asked, as a public broadcaster, that's the basis. Okay, you are supposed to stay neutral.
That's right. No matter what.
No matter what. You can't be objective because objectivity itself is subjective. So be fair in whatever you do. You don't show where you belong. And so, and you see, the Ghanaian populace is such that sometimes, no matter how careful you want to play the game, they still want to tag you. So I remember when I was doing the breakfast show, I put a few questions to a particular politician.
Right.
And when the phone lines were opened, the first thing that came come was, you, Master, you know you. If one go do policy, go join upon Kruma, go. What? I didn't read that kind of message, but I knew it was me.
Yeah.
I jumped over it. A few other, you know where you belong here. Exactly. Meanwhile, you just exactly asking very good questions, I should say, to solicit good answers. But to them, they think that you're pushing somebody to the wall.
Yeah.
Then at that time, it turned, and they were putting me alongside the other party.
So
that's
like,
okay. It means I'm fine.
You're doing a good job.
Exactly. It means I'm fine.
So I've got Rebecca Ewa from GTV.
She's left us.
Oh, rather.
I mean, she's got good job somewhere.
Hey, Rebecca.
She didn't tell you. She didn't tell you. Maybe me. She left before she told me. Rebecca,
come back here. Hey, Rebecca. Okay, interesting. It says, Giovani, we salute the legend and ever young Nii Odartey Lamptey.
Oh,
that's Rebecca Ewa to you. And there is one here. It says, Giovani, he's one of those professional people we should be projecting here in our Ghanaian media space. Nii Odartey Lamptey is a legend. Yes, we don't celebrate them. And you are also hey, not in my head.
But that's why you brought me here.
At least I brought him here.
Exactly.
So how am I part of my listeners? So this says, Giovani, please, is the incoming MP for... Hey!
They give
tell us this one.
It
says, Giovani, he's the incoming MP for English, Amanfro, Botiano. Is that your area?
No.
Oh, okay. So,
but once you're gone, definitely they want to,
That's Gianti Collins.
Oh, okay.
But do you have a future interest in politics? Well, I mean, the forefront of it, where you're the man.
I do have.
Really?
I do have. But undertones, I mean.
No. Right now you've said it there. It's all over.
Oh, yes.
Your first radio interview, you say your political vision.
Seriously?
That's nice.
Yes.
But which party?
My own party.
No, independent candidates? Would you start off as an MP?
An independent candidates in Ghana, you struggle.
Okay.
Definitely, you need to align to some party.
So you are ready to align now?
Oh, of course.
That means you are
but I'll take my time. Well, yes, a couple of years to go.
Really?
A couple of years to go.
Hey! Nii, you're approaching retirement though? Are you worried?
I'm not worried at all.
That means you're growing.
Oh, yes. We'll all get there. Trust me. I mean,
you can't stop time.
You can't. Just take a very good care of yourself.
That's
and
right.
Make sure that, you move the time.
You're pretty good at that. You're taking care of yourself. You still look the same man who we see after boom, 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 the time is stars.
Giovani, where did you meet the first time?
Our base. We are going there from here. But we love that you've taken time off to be here with us. For those of you just tuned in, we are spending time with the celebrated broadcast journalist. This man has been in the space. I mean, you see your favorite news anchor. This man has been there, done that. And he's currently the head of news at GBC. So he's spending part of his late afternoon with us here, and we don't take that for granted at all. So we also get the impression that a lot of you back then, especially the old school news broadcasters, you guys don't really have a life. It's just all we see is the serious you. If you're either a moderator, you're doing your thing out at these events, or just the serious. How do you have fun? Let your head down, even though I don't mean to disrespect your boldness.
I understand what that's right. Yeah, that's actually. I don't have a problem.
You've already let your head down naturally.
Yeah.
But what I mean is,
the Lord is my barber. I'm fine.
How do you while away time? How do you catch?
Well, I have a couple of friends. Kwame Savaka is a very good friend.
That's right.
Once a while, I go to his place.
Wow.
You have a good time. You will have a good time, but know where you go.
That's right.
Else will be the news in the bad way.
That's right.
Okay, so yes, church programs, maybe parties here and there.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we do party.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
but you know where you go and how you compose yourself.
Yeah.
So I do a lot of once a while I do some of these things, but I make sure that if you are putting anything on social media, don't add me.
Yes, because you've been away. The way you have managed yourself off camera.
Exactly.
It's scary.
It's not.
Maybe you are an asshole. Because you hardly even write on social media or put pictures, or even your birthday, it's been the same picture since I went to Digo.
Why must you dig?
Went to do my research.
Who asked you to dig?
And you have a family that you hardly even put on social media.
Yes, I have a good family.
Your daughter is in a medical school?
Yes, that's the second one.
That's the second one.
So the first one was the one you met the other time when we met at Delish. Remember?
Yes.
Delish,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the first one, rather.
Exactly.
She's done with
she's with Leeds now, University of Leeds.
Oh wow!
Okay, now.
Wow. So you have two in the university?
I have 2 years.
My boss, how are you doing it?
I'll talk.
Grace of God.
Grace.
And Takashi.
But I have a very supportive wife, so
wonderful,
yeah.
So 2 in the university and then 1.
I have
3.
4.
Oh, 4.
The first one is a boy.
Wow.
He's in the US.
Nice one.
And then 3 girls. The last girl is right near Wasi. She's also Wesley Girls.
Okay.
All 3 were at Wesley Girls, actually.
Oh, and then the boy was in
He was in Accra Academy.
Nice one. So one will be, and then there is
and
gay.
The rest gay.
Allah. Yeah. Oh, that's a beautiful one. Are you thinking of adding a pension, baby?
No.
Before you enter into
no. It's a big no.
You didn't even allow the question to land?
No.
You didn't allow the question to land?
No, it wouldn't land. It might be disastrous if you allow it to land. Let's say it crash landing, that'll be fine.
So, yes. So, kindly send me. Then someone says, Giovani, please ask him which political party, because this is my first time hearing him talk politics. And I really want to know where, because yes, okay, let me get that again.
Okay.
Giovani, let good people enter this politics. We're gonna catch right now, dear. We need all hands on deck. There's nothing wrong with venturing into politics.
Of course, there's nothing wrong, actually.
Yes, with all the experience you have, you'd have to give back to society.
I really have to.
Yes. So, which political party? The caller wants to know.
I have not disclosed yet, and I don't hope to disclose it now. The time will come, definitely. It won't be hidden.
So if you become that phase of a political party, say A or B, and you are asked to choose an area where you feel your impact there would be one that a lot will remember with all the experience you've gathered over the years, which area or which ministry are you looking at?
So 2 ministries.
Okay.
Information and GIPC Investment Group Center is under, I think it's under...
because with your business background and then of course your communication.
That's an agency actually under a ministry.
Okay.
So these are the areas I would like to... Yes.
The politicians are corrupt, sir.
That blanket, I should say, respectfully, Giovani.
Right, that's okay.
There are a few of them who, but they stand out. You can count them. You might say they are corrupt, yes, but I believe that when you get closer to somebody, you realize this man stands out.
Yeah. Is that the kind of politician you want to be?
Exactly. And who will succeed?
That's right.
There are people who share my ideas and ideals with the same kind of character that you can be a politician without being corrupt. It's very possible.
That's right.
It is. When I schooled in India Institute of Mass Communication in 2008, some of the politicians would meet, and you know, the Asian countries, you hardly find them being corrupt. Trust me, you hardly find them. I had a chat with some of the professors and business guys, and realized they strive on hard work. Hard work pays, and you can make your money without being corrupt. Okay, so yes, a lot of them are candy.
But then there's also the argument that yes, you might come in with all the clean, pure heart, all the intentions to develop your motherland, and with all, but the system some way grabs you from behind, and then messes with you. Because then people you're expecting to do the job, they swear it, you know, to do.
Understand, yeah.
Then they come with all these envelopes and they are telling you, I deserve better, or I've got the man. We're ready to do it, and all that. So,
you see, it starts from where you begin to look at your career. If you call for people to support you, definitely, when you get into power, they will come for their exactly, because they supported you.
That's right.
Now, if you let them buy into your ideals and you're able to make it, they know that this man, yes, if I gave him support at all, it could be counseling him, advising him, that kind of thing. But if you thrive on somebody else's support, financial, and contact and all that, you get there, definitely you will have to pay back. That becomes a problem. And that's how I see it. Definitely people will try to let you bow to certain pressures.
Yes.
You know, but yes, and one the time we get there, you cross it.
We've had a lot of MPs on this show. We've had a lot of them who tell you, Giovani, the thing, what they knew before they entered the space, totally different. The reality on the ground is that man, that unit committee chairman, that party chairman is telling you that it's good, all the intentions you have for the constituency. On paper, it's nice, it's grammar. But in reality, his wife is in the morgue.
Exactly.
So, up a coffin.
Yes.
Honorable. And this delegate, they'll tell you that this kind of people based on experience, we know you have a clean heart. Honorable.
It's true.
One chair. How do you intend fighting some of these things? It's a system, not individual.
I know, it's a system. It's a system. And yes, majority of politicians have gone through that, and they are still going through that. You see, that kind of tradition takes time to change. So, for instance, if you have one of these men of God who are so much revered, I don't want to mention names, ascend to the high seat of government, we'll see how they will operate. Because then we mean that, because in all these big churches, they have some solid technocrats there who can do government work. Exactly. So if you are this cream of people with you, I don't think that they will have the nerve to be asking you to do A, B, C, which would not in your benefit exactly of the country and your interest. Okay, so that's what I think. Yes, they will come. Definitely they will come. But yes, when we get to we cross it.
I love that. Okay, how soon should we expect this announcement?
Giovani.
Yeah. Is it this?
No, hold on. I'll come to that. In another conversation, we'll talk about that. Another conversation, we'll talk about that.
No problem.
Yeah, another conversation.
No problem. So, Adedeji Alade. So, Giovani, please help me ask the legendary, the incoming politician, Nii, why he doesn't want to choose sports ministry. Alade from Nigeria. He's on Facebook.
Okay.
Why not sports?
Well, I That's not my area actually.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Unless of course, probably he's confusing me with Nii Odartey Lamptey, the footballer. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
And do you get that a lot? Because when I googled your name,
yes,
that's the first thing that popped up.
Exactly.
And when I even said it on radio, some people were like, please ask him about his ex. And I'm like, no, that's not the footballer.
Sure.
This is the newsman from GTV.
Yeah.
You grew up watching. Do you get that confusion a lot?
I do. I do a lot. And that brings me to Gideon. One time, Gideon and I...
Gideon
Aike, your own Gideon.
Yes,
exactly.
Gideon Aike, yeah.
People used to say, you guys look alike in a way. Then Gideon said, Charlie, can you say about my boy? That kind of thing, you know. So yes, I get that a lot.
So you people get the whole twin star.
Oh yes. You know, I grew up at Cape Coast.
Oh, okay.
In our early teens, when you're 10 years thereabout. So we knew each other way back before media work. Exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah.
He is a bit taller. But still, people, once they see you on TV,
you know,
the same height.
Yes.
That's all. Okay. Have you ever had a bad day at work? One day in the media space where you're like, Charlie, think nothing go on according to plan. From on air to off air. One experience that you will forever remember.
Wow. It's a tough one.
I know.
A tough one. It's a tough one.
Yeah.
Definitely, because I'm human. Definitely.
That's right.
I'm struggling to lay a finger on such a moment.
All right. And then maybe we'll look at the good day.
Yeah.
A day at work where you're like, wow, my best day ever.
Good. I remember that one. A couple of days actually.
Okay.
I remember when the first UNCTAD meeting. That was
what?
UNCTAD.
What was that?
The United Nations Trade and something. It was held under President Kufuor's regime. The very first one that was held in Africa was in Ghana.
Okay.
Then I was at the business desk.
Okay.
Then Pascal Lamy. Lamy, that's the name of the Director General of the WTO then.
The World Trade Organization.
Exactly.
Okay.
He says he wants me to interview him.
I was surprised. Media.
Exactly. I'm telling you, Jeff, I was so surprised. And people were struggling to get clear. He said, no. He had not seen me anywhere. I don't know actually where he had seen me before. So I said, okay. I called my camera guy. Let's go. It was at the AICC. You know, they had cubicles. Okay. So we went into one cubicle, had an interview there.
Conference center.
Exactly.
Wow.
And I felt good. For the mere fact that he said he wants only this gentleman to speak to, that it was like heaven for me. So after that, he started sending me a lot of reports and all that.
Wow.
Then I had a chance of interviewing a couple of guys from IMF too. And I remember I asked a question, and the IMF rep for Ghana then said, that was a very good question. I've never asked that question before. And I was like, wow. So these two instances, honestly, the rest
really gave you
a lot of hope and encouragement that you're doing something right. Then the past president of the GJA, Alpha Money, one time told me that, Nii, it looks like you have an idea about every subject.
That's right.
How do you do it? I said, well, that I didn't say grace.
I didn't say grace.
You know,
let me give
honestly,
you the real.
So, well, it's hard work and sacrifice. You know, because then you brought somebody from the agri sector, from the health sector, very high level people, not Ghanaian, ministers, and you need to let them know that you know what you're doing.
That's right. A lot of research.
Exactly.
A lot of reading.
Exactly.
Especially these long reports.
That's right. You need to.
You didn't have AI to summarize it for you.
No, you have to do yourself.
Hard back in the ground.
Oh, bro, 2 a.m., 3, you are reading.
Meanwhile, you need your eyes for morning show.
Yes.
And when you lack sleep, we can tell. We, the viewers, can tell.
Yes, I know. The eye bags are getting big. I know. You can tell.
Wow.
You do it. And so, these are some of the apps.
What do you tell young people, especially in today's world, about, I'll talk about trade secrets. Secrets about the job, things they need to do. I know it's a bit distractive now. A lot of I want to call it organized chaos. The media space now, it's something else. What do you tell them without sounding old school?
Oh yes,
about the job.
There's a lot.
Yes.
You see, even when God created the world, there was a balance between day and night. You can't have all day, you can't have all night. So there should be balance in whatever we do.
That's right.
the Gen Zs are running now. They are reigning, actually. You always have to examine yourself, first of all. The path you're charting. It should not be for you, yourself, because as a media person, you're not working for you, you're working for an audience. To what extent do they appreciate what you're doing? So I get worried sometimes when, for instance, I hear some people on radio in the mornings seriously scattering, literally, politicians. Fine. There could be a report that incriminates somebody. But for me, it's about the subject, not the human being. He has a family. And the ethics of journalism will tell you that there's a part of the ethics that talks about being empathetic with the person, because the fellow has relatives. You only are lucky to be sitting behind the microphone to speak. Exactly. You could be in his shoes at the other end of the ball. And so when I hear such things, I get very sad, because if Mr. A has been accused about something, and I'm on the radio in the morning, I have the report, let me deal with the issues. By saying that, you're comfort, that kind of thing, is a thief, is that, please, I get worried. I do not think that that's what makes you a good journalist. I don't think so. Myself,
the personal attacks,
exactly.
And all those
I don't think so.
We should attack the role.
Exactly. Attack the role, and allow those listening to you
to be the judges.
Okay.
Makes a lot of sense.
And secondly, I mean, quite a couple of times you hear that an adult has defiled a minor. Now, this minor has a mother, has a father, has siblings. So if you sit in the studio, especially, excuse me, the local languages, I don't want to mention any particular one, and you say you want to describe the act, you were not there. How he drank some concoctions and zoomed in on the minor and that kind of thing. You're inflicting wounds on the minds of the parents and the relatives. For me, it goes straight to the point.
That's right.
This lady has been, a minor has been defiled. The man has been charged for A, B, and C. You could rather go hard on that person.
Okay.
But to try and exaggerate,
recreate, reenact. CSI.
Exactly. It's painful.
I understand.
And rushing to come out with stories when you don't have the full facts.
Yeah, I think now it's more like a competition.
The race, exactly.
Yes, a serious race. Every media house wants to be the one to break it.
Yes. Then you go and you have to retract now. That's one thing GBC has never done before. Yes. We never retracted before and apologized.
GBC?
Yes, watch it. Go.
It's an in-house rule. You don't retract.
No. You don't commit that crime, that offense.
There's no opportunity for you to retract, because you must be serving as the raw fact.
Exactly.
It's an in-house rule.
History. Yes, you don't have to. The thing is, be the second. That's fine. But being the first to come and retract later, no, don't try it. No.
So we've had a perception that the state broadcaster is always gagged by the politician, the government in power. Is that a fact?
It's always
that when you have a story about, or maybe something to make government unpopular, you are always the last to report it.
Oh no, it's always a perception.
Okay.
It's always.
Okay.
And
there is no direct control from the presidency about the state media.
At all.
They don't have their people editing your stories.
At all. I remember some 15, 20 years ago, I went to Dubai, who was the Minister for Information then. Then something similar happened, you know. One of these guys walked the studio, into the editing room and said, this story, I want you to do it this way, you know, that kind of thing. That more than 20 years back, you know. But since then, and I think it boils down to the kind of leadership you have. You have a very strong director general who knows his job. It won't happen. It won't. Because NMC might put him there.
But these are people who are appointed by the government in some cases. So.
Exactly. But you see, the government appoints you most of the time from the NMC's side, the National Media Commission side.
So you would have chalked some successes even within.
Exactly. You know,
right.
so it never happens. It's also, and by extension, Party A is in government. And so Party B in opposition thinks that you are projecting this party more. But when the table turns, they also come in, and that the party also say the same thing.
That's right.
You know, we are never under any duress to do the bid or the bidding of any government. No, no.
Interesting. Well, you're a Ghanaian and you're a father, you're a family man, and I'm sure, and it's with someone from the business desk, years of experience, CD is not performing too good.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you feel it too. Children abroad.
Yes.
Even if it's one Ghana you're sending to them, I'm sure you feel the heat. And now I want to talk to Nii, not the journalist.
Which one?
Nii the Ghanaian.
Okay.
The regular Joe.
Yeah. Oh, seriously?
Yeah. What do you make of the current economic situations in Ghana? Situation in Ghana?
Well, it's not the best. It's not what we expect. But we look forward for better times.
But that's it. That's like every Ghanaian. That's like majority of the people saying, you are aiming to be a politician.
Yeah.
And I'm sure some of these problems would come at you. People would ask you to tell us, Minister of Information. And I'm saying amen to this because I want to be your PA. So Minister of Information. And clearly you are the mouthpiece of government there. You should be painting a picture for us, giving us the reality. You
see, when you talk about reality here, it's so subjective.
I know.
Yeah. Reality, relatively, to the politicians is different from relative to the ordinary man, if you like. That was why one politician said that, food stuff is so cheap. Then somebody asked him, which market did you go?
Yeah.
For me, let's agree, tell the people the truth, that times are not good. But it will be well. Let's try. And the one will ask you asked us to vote you to pass. So why are you telling me to help you? Exactly. No. Those things come. I remember President Kufuor once said that, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he apologized one time that sitting afar,
he felt things were...
Exactly, but when you walked in, you realized that it wasn't as he saw it from the beginning. And that was a genuine observation, a genuine submission.
That's right.
That's what our politicians should be doing.
They should be more, open to our reality.
Exactly. I mean, they will insult you. After they will insult you, yes.
Yeah.
But you opted to be there, so why take it?
So you can be a politician of a difference. I like that. I like that. Okay. We have 10 minutes to wrap it all up.
So fast.
So the GTV admin on Facebook.
Yeah.
Who is that?
He's a magician. You understand, Ga?
Yes, most.
Ole Adupe.
Few.
Do you know Adupe?
No.
A dwarf.
Oh, okay.
He's a magician.
Really?
He's a spirit.
He's not as the typical. It doesn't reflect much of the GTV we see on the screen.
That tells you we're changing. The brand has changed.
Interesting.
That's why when you ask that, whether we're being
controlled by government.
No, we don't. Listen, if you watch us closely of late, we've been in the news for very good reasons, and if you watch our news of late, you realize that some stories that hitherto we're not doing.
We'll not even make headlines.
We are doing it.
Yes. Is it that competition forced you to change your style, or the brand has grown to a position?
It's the brand. You have a solid director general.
That's right.
Professor Amina Lassan, you tell, listen, if anything, I will speak for you.
Wow.
Do the right thing. Go all out.
Even in the dressing of the presenters and your uncles.
Yes.
A lot has changed from the shoulder pad days. Because even the shoulder pad, those days when people have the shoulder pad, I'm sure when you go for commercial break, you rub off on each other, literally.
I will, man.
And when you do like this, you
put it back and come back.
and your cloth, there's a way you throw your tomato. It doesn't even touch your core.
You know, easy. Don't try it. Don't try it.
Nii Odartey Lamptey.
Present.
You do all. You're such a vibe. I wish people knew the Nii Odartey I know off air. The man, you be feeling brother.
Giovani.
Boys.
Giovani.
They see you in news and this, they think that you don't know. And you're a dancer as well. People don't know this.
Giovani.
Nii Odartey Lamptey. We're about to wrap up there.
But let me say hi to my very good friend, Kwame Sefakan, wherever you are. Chairman General. He's more than a brother. He's a good guy.
One thing we don't know about him that you know about him.
No, I can't say it. I can't say it. You know, and then my wife and kids, very good people at GBC. You know, my spiritual father.
That's right.
All that.
Mention his name so that we all go to the church.
Prophet Christopher Yawano.
That's right.
Holy Ghost Temple, ICGC.
Wow.
You know,
nice.
I mean, yeah.
And then to your team, everyone. Please, you have a social media handle. Which of them are you on?
What is called handle? I'm just on Facebook actually. Yes,
you're on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook.
That's all. You're not on TikTok.
All. No.
Do you know about TikTok?
I know about TikTok.
Oh, okay.
So
you know Twitter, X.
I know all of that. I know all of that. At least my kids, will run me through. I know. I know all that.
So you're on Facebook and you have an email address. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine. Fine with that. I'm cool.
You're protecting your sanity.
Yeah,
it's important.
You have to.
Okay. What's your favorite local song right now? Or one? It could be traditional. Anything. Any song.
Local song.
Yeah, any of them.
Before that, I remember listening to you on radio.
Yes.
And I around before 4.
Yeah.
People come and sing some local song.
Yes.
You make fun of that. I need to see this guy. Who is this? And I was picturing you as a slim guy, you know.
Yeah.
But when I saw it, I was like, hey, really, that guy
slim, I'm slim internally.
You know,
that's on Thursday, the throwback we do on Thursdays.
I used to listen to it.
Wow.
Big time.
Thank you. So let's get one of your favorite songs right now. Or any song that will give you sweet memory. Any song anytime you listen to this, hey, back in the day, this be me after a payday. Maybe this. So let's work with one. Yes.
Are you sure you can get
please,
it?
I'll get
anything?
Yes, please. Try me.
So let me name a few of my
at least 3 and then I'll just work with. Yes.
Nana Tufo, something from him.
That's right.
Kojo Entry from Kojo Entry.
Okay.
Dasibia Jamana. These 3 for now. Anything that you know topped their chart.
Yeah, right. Just 9924. How about Odobe Kumi?
From him.
Yes, from Nana Tufo. This one.
That's it. Joe, you know it. Allah, you be champion. You be champion. That'd be cool.
Nii Odartey Lamptey.
Present.
We are super proud of you and we wish you well. Thanks in all you choose for yourself.
Thanks for having me.
Because at this point in your life, choose happiness and peace of mind and a long life. That's what we are praying for you.
Thanks, bro.
You are one hardworking man that I feel like we've not celebrated enough in this country. But you see, you're self-motivated, so we thank God for your life. Whatever you decide to do, some of us will support you.
Thanks so
all
much,
the way through.
Thanks to my brother.
We just pray that along the line, some of you get to release books and document some of your experiences for us. This is very important. Yes, invite me to the launch.
I will.
I'm buying the first copy.
I will.
Please, I'm buying the first copy because we want to read about your journey.
Wonderful.
We don't want to wait for children to come and be telling us what they were not. When we were there, where were they?
That's it. That's the question.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks so much. I'm most grateful for having me here.
Thank you,
grateful.
Thank you.
Allah. The pressure was big.